Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to have some Division 11 online ranked gameplay in the welterweight division using none other than the new UFC welterweight champion Leon Edwards. And as you can see in the top right here, facing Usman, beautiful knee as going for that takedown, bang, question mark finish, pound for pound, headshot, dead. And what can you say about Leon Edwards, man? The Jamaica stand up, England stand up. This is an absolutely massive, massive moment against an absolute legend in Kamaru Usman. I mean, what 15 fight win streak was about Ty Anderson Silva. Huge, huge moment for Usman. Had a very good first round, Leon Edwards did. Usman picked up the pace, second, third, and fourth. Looked like he was gonna get a decision victory, and then Leon Edwards with that absolutely beautiful head kick. And I remember at the time, obviously now the footage come out of his coaches doing the work and showing you how they set up that head kick. But how could people say even before that was luck? I mean, clearly, just quite clearly, you haven't been watching Leon fight. All you have to do is go back to that Bilal fight, and he threw that exact same combination. So there's obviously something that was there, and the feints that he was using to tee up that pitch perfect shot. And it's just very telling. I mean, if there was any way of doing it, I mean, his nickname is Rocky, so you can see it's just a beautiful story. Like, no one can say anything else. He's done it the hard way. He's not had the respect he's deserved. I mean, after that phenomenal performance against Nate, gets rocked in the last minute, and then wins the world title in the last minute in that dramatic fashion. I mean, Kamaru Usman is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, welterweight of all time. 15 fight win streak, looked absolutely phenomenal. Only man to give him a run for his money was Colby Covington. Other than that, Burns had him hurt, and he's been nothing short of amazing, active, and I wish Usman all the best. Hope he recovers, and I can't wait to see that trilogy. And you've got to talk about how well Usman took that loss as well. I mean, just before we get into how fantastic Leon is, you have to give credit to how well Usman's taken that loss. It just shows the type of man he is, no excuses, and he's going to get right into the trilogy. But I do agree with Leon. Leon beat him on Leon's worst night, and Kamaru Usman was looking very, very good. So I think that trilogy is going to be amazing. I hope they do it in Wembley. I'll definitely go watch it. Stack the card up. Have Arnold Allen on it. Have Darren Till on it. Have Paddy on it. Have Molly on it. Have Paul Craig on it. Literally stack it with UK talent, and it will definitely sell out Wembley. There's no doubt in my mind. But yeah, just phenomenal from Leon Edwards. I was so happy. I mean, over here in England, we're watching that fight like 5, 6 in the morning, and I just couldn't contain it. I was screaming. I was just so happy. It looked like the fight was over, 1 minute left in the fifth round, and he pulls that out. And it's just the fact that he was out clean. Like, he gave Usman the Nigerian nightmare, and just nothing short of phenomenal. I mean, he looked very good in the first round, taking Usman down, and I think that's one avenue that Usman potentially didn't expect to happen. I mean, if you watch Leon in all of his fights, you know that he is an overall complete MMA fighter. Like, he doesn't mind taking the fight to the ground. He's got very good jiu-jitsu, and in the clinch, obviously, he's got them beautiful elbows, and obviously he took him down with that body lock that he had, and it was fantastic. Ended up in full mount. I think he definitely should have done a bit more work offensively there with the elbows and stuff, and secured his back and rode out the round. But definitely one way of beating Usman, which is definitely been shown now. Not beating him, but would help in order to beat him, because obviously Leon's the only one that's beat him. Is definitely getting Usman off his back, on his back. Sorry, he done a very good job of defending when Leon was on his back, but just because of how good Usman is, I think that is the avenue to explore. I mean, the only fault really you can give in Usman's game is that the submission offense just really isn't there, if we're entirely honest. And if he got that, he'd be extremely scary. Not that he isn't now, as you see that beautiful elbow dicing up Kelvin Gastelum there. But that is the only real takeaway you can get, is that if Usman had more of a submission offense, he'd pose an even bigger threat, because his offensive and defensive wrestling is very, very good. His stand-ups obviously improved leaps and bounds. I mean, you can still see the clear levels of difference in both of these guys' game plans. In the obviously, Leon Edwards was a much better striker, and Usman obviously the far superior wrestler. Although first round it was hard to get Leon down, but he started to sort of big brother him in the second, third, and fourth, getting the takedowns really at ease. Leon looked a shadow himself. Really didn't seem like he was there, but what fantastic work from his coaches to really get him riled up. And that's a sign that you have a good corner, a corner that cares about you, a corner that knows you, because they said all the right things to get him going, and then he ended up going out there and getting that fantastic finish. But yeah, can't wait for that trilogy. Leon's finally getting the respect he deserves. I mean, the scenes after him FaceTiming his mum back home and seeing his kid over FaceTime and just crying his eyes out, knowing that his life's changed forever and he's worked so hard to get to this moment. I'm just so proud of him, man. Like, that was absolutely fantastic, and I just wish him all the best. I hope in that trilogy he comes out there and beats Usman again. Obviously, Usman's gonna go back to the lab, get working, so I do expect the trilogy to be a different fight. However, I do still think that Leon Edwards probably gets it done. He did beat him on his worst night, and it was good that he showed that he can get to that 5th round and actually get that finish. Obviously, Leon normally coasts a lot, and that's a criticism that he does get, is that sometimes when he should put, his foot to the gas, he doesn't really tend to do so. So it was good to see that he landed the absolute kill shot. Shout out to my man Goat. He landed that kill shot and just absolutely slept him. And yeah, fantastic scenes. The Rocky music on after. That picture he got with the belt that was very reminiscent of that Kobe Bryant picture and the Michael Jordan picture. It was just, fantastic. So shout out to Leon Edwards, thoroughly deserved. Can't wait for the trilogy. And if we get to this fight here, you can see that I'm fighting a Kelvin Gastelum. I believe I beat this player before, and I've just been absolutely piecing him up. Obviously, he's been hurt this round. He managed to get a stun off, but overall, working the legs very, very well, working the head very well. You can see that I'm trying to get that head kick finish because, I mean, that line was so good. That pound for pound headshot dead. I saw some people trying to downplay it on Twitter, but these guys, if Conor McGregor said that, they'd be all over it, and they're just trying to take that one thing away from Leon. I mean, I believe his interview straight after the fight had more views than majority of other the star athletes like Izzy and Conor McGregor. I think he had like 2.6 million views by the time it was already like released. I think that was like a day after, but just shows how much the people really liked Leon's speech at the end. But yeah, this fight here, you can see changing stances very well, mixing the attacks going to the body and to the legs. I mean, whenever I use Leon, I've used him a fair few times on the channel, especially when I match up against other content creators and on stream. I tend to use Leon just because I love the way he strikes, and you can obviously mix in the grappling. I always like to take out the lead leg and then work the body with Leon. I mean, love using him. He's a southpaw. I change stance here and there, and that's just to match up the body kicks, just to take away that more stamina. And right now, Kelvin's chin is not in the best place, and stamina not in the best place, leg health not in the best place. So at the moment, in a very good position as I try to land the question mark kick there. You can see that throughout the fight, I've really been looking for that head kick finish. Get another rock here, rip to the body, out of range, so I cancel that kick. Get Kelvin backed up towards the fence here, rock him to the body, and here's where I think I really unload. As you see, 2 stuns in a row, then go to the leg, and a beautiful kill shot there. And yeah, headshot dead. I think that's just the new way of saying things whenever using Leon Edwards. This is the only gameplay clip I got that was really worth showing. The others weren't as good, so I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more UFC 4 content. As per usual, thank you for all the support. Any content suggestions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll eventually get around to recording those. Thank you.